So Greg Searle takes the first stroke of the comeback on the international scene, first time in 10 years, and Great Britain are away and they are flying out of lane number 4. Ukraine in 1, Poland 2, Netherlands 3, Great Britain 4, China 5, Italy in lane number 6. A big job to be done here by the British crew, led by Dan Ritchie in the stroke seat, Phelan Hill driving this boat from the coxswain seat.
This is something new really for Peter Reid. He's not used to rowing 8s. He's been very good in the 4, he was very good in the pair. He did row for Oxford about 6-7 years ago, so he did row an 8 with Andy Hodge as well. But this is new for him, and sitting in the 7th seat, that's quite new.
So China are just a new crew made up of a whole load of young under-23s, national crew breaking through onto the international scene. China leading now, Great Britain just have to go with them from lane number 4. The noise is always spectacular. Different languages, the coxes really driving their crews out to the first timing mark. We're at the 500-meter mark. Great Britain well positioned here, China leading in, Netherlands and Great Britain. So Netherlands, China, Ukraine. Looks as though the British crew would be slightly ahead there, but maybe the angle is slightly deceptive. One thing's for sure now, the British crew will just stretch out into the second 500. Netherlands, the world bronze medalist from 2009.
This is a good, strong lineup from Great Britain, but they still have a number of athletes who are on the sidelines through injury, but they're moving well. It's still quite composed, and it's not got that sort of sprint sense that you get from watching the Canadians racing.
Right, middle part of the second 500, dangerous territory for Great Britain here, because the bows of Netherlands really moving fast, China moving very fast there now. In lane number 4, Great Britain have to keep going with Netherlands. Netherlands looking really sweet. Look at the blades going in, dropping into the water, and the boat moves on nicely. Great Britain just looking a little bit muscly. These guys are just young and energetic and enthusiastic, just going for it. Great Britain should have the better of China by the finish line.
Poland not out of it either. There's a good, strong field here, but my goodness, the way that the Netherlands, in that very easy movement that they've got, they're really moving out ahead now, 3/4 of a length.
At the halfway mark in the final of the men's 8 by half a length, Netherlands over China. Poland, Great Britain move from 5th into 4th position now. A big third 500 is really needed. Keep the length, don't be blasting it out, but just making sure they're being efficient on the catch. The blades go in together, pick the boat up, take it off the toes, and it's really keeping it light around the front end, light and quick. And that keeps Great Britain now moving back. And Great Britain are now moving back on China. Very important just to keep alongside with them. And that'll poise them to move on and go for Netherlands through the next timing mark.
Great Britain are still at 36 strokes a minute. They're still actually a little bit more composed than the crews around them. So you'll expect them to start to make a big charge in the last 600-700 meters.
So Phelan has just called it here now, and Great Britain are moving away from the 1250-meter mark. Now, interestingly, Netherlands are only stopped at a half a length up. The Netherlands haven't moved out to 3/4 of a length, out to a length yet. So Great Britain have checked the Netherlands in lane number 3. It's Netherlands now leading. Great Britain are charging back. China also going strongly, as to Poland.
Netherlands look rather vulnerable in those shots just now. They looked a little bit vulnerable, but Great Britain is just storming back.
Okay, 1/4 of a length less than Great Britain going into the last timing mark. Now there are 500 meters remaining, and Netherlands have come back to only a 1/4 of a length ahead. Great Britain are through China, up from 4th into 2nd place. They're just taking off, picking them off, pick off the crews, move on. Pick off the crews and then just move on here. Now Netherlands, surely the Netherlands have done too much. Phelan Hill from Leander Club, the coxswain, pushing on Dan Ritchie, and in there Peter Reid behind him. You've got Greg Searle calling it hard.
Big push there, up to 39 strokes a minute, and they've timed it beautifully. They're coming up, they've just slipped through, they've got into the lead. What can the Dutch do now to get back onto 250 to go? Beautifully timed, and and they are flying.
Now lovely conditions here, and that's just a perfect executed plan here. But now it's all about containing and holding on to the finishes. A little move there on the steering, but Great Britain now out to a quarter of a length. They'll want more. They're at 39 strokes per minute. They're out at a third. They'll want to go to a half a length because they know Germany, Canada and the United States of America will come in soon. Also going hard, we have China coming up to the line. There's a bit of a steering problem there, but never mind, it's going to be Great Britain. What an executed plan there. Great Britain in the men's 8 gold. Good start for 2010.
Fantastic show. They've got a substitute rowing there, mind you, a pretty good substitute. Moved into the 7th seat. Pete Reed came in at 7, moved the boat around, and they still performed absolutely brilliantly.
Great Britain up there, first place, Netherlands second, Poland third. Well, it was beautifully executed right from the halfway mark. They just moved from 5th up to 1st. That's how you do it. But they know it's going to get harder as we go forward. Germany, Canada and the United States of America to join the party.